Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at WIF coin. Just kind of seeing what's going on here. We're going to jump into some backend data and just verify a few key factors here with liquidation and just help understand what's going on. So if you're new to the channel, welcome on board. I'm not a financial advisor. I hope you can learn something today. If you could, do me a favor, hit the like button, comment below. Obviously, subscribe as well if you have the opportunity and you find benefit here. If you want to find more benefit, of course, CryptoCash.tech is a site. I've got a trading academy, community, and signals group. Link down below. So 3.5 is this heavy concentration of liquidation just below the price action. So based on liquidation, we have a larger propensity for the price to continue lower than go higher. Okay, that's just kind of how that works. Is it a guarantee? No, but it's a strong probability considering the overall trend in the market right now too. So having said that, $3 to $3.50 is kind of that range we're seeing where we could expect the price to pull back. Quick little congrats here before we get going here. I want to say thank you so much for the awesome feedback. While we did hit a stop loss on Cardano for a long position, we made up with it for an ICP short, AVAX short 54%, Bitcoin 34% short, Rune 43%, and of course a near protocol 44%. So again, folks, you take some, you leave some, but generally speaking, you can walk away unscathed and in the green or in the black, as some would say, as long as you are strategic. So again, we are a little more short heavy in the market right now. Taking a look at the daily, let's stop and talk about this here. We're above all moving averages. Fantastic stuff. That's very, very good sign. We can even see this ascending trend line here too. We may want to pay attention to based on these candle wicks and candlesticks, right? So again, this isn't a guarantee, but we're going to go ahead and mark these two guys as orange, just kind of paying close attention to the overall trend here, okay? Because again, ascending trend lines, we want to make sure we pay attention to those, and losing one or the other would be potentially a shift in momentum. Okay? Now taking a look at Elliott Wave, just to clarify, we do have potential for further correction. It comes in the way of likely to retrace the most recent high, likely to become a new low. So if all goes well, we pivot off that and continue higher. But if this is the highest point that WIF goes, we could very well see an ABC, right? It'll be one of these here, okay? So just be mindful, we could be on a downtrend here for this coin. It's not a guarantee, but the last 24 to 48 hours are slightly indicative of that. Keep in mind too, Bitcoin's been selling off a lot harder than it should have. So the price action for this coin may not actually come back down that low because it's recovered quite well. In fact, it's doing very good considering the overall circumstances. Okay, there's a few coins, Solana, ICP, and this coin are all doing fairly well in the consideration of recovering quickly. Okay, that's a good sign. All right, taking a look at the daily timeframes here, we can also see money flow index is high, RSI coming back down. That's very natural. This is generally a selling target. So a lot of times you want to sell when the RSI crosses back over 70 to the downside. Okay, had you done that, could have got the top, basically. That's generally the consensus. Either way, hindsight's 2020. I'm not saying you should have done that. But in general, that's kind of the rule of thumb with RSIs. Above or below, it's considered to be a sell or a buy signal. Having said that, when the price is pulling back, stochastic RSI is swinging down, MACD losing momentum, we're seeing a shift in momentum occur. Has it happened yet? Not officially. We haven't broken any trend lines yet, but we are technically below the 20-day SMA, letting us know, hey, we want to pay closer attention. We're ascending positively here. So far, so good with this ascending trend, and generally speaking, not a bad sign. If we do take a look at RSI, we're under 50 in the RSI until we get back up over that level. I'm not super convinced we want to consider taking a trade. Money flow index is pulling back as well, and stochastic swinging up for the second time. We're seeing this happen a lot. In fact, Solana and ICP both have the same exact chart on the 4-hour time frame where we're testing 50 in the RSI, but we lost that with money flow index, and we're trying to swing upwards. The simple way to understand it here is with all these doji candles, it leads me to believe that the price action for this coin may not go much lower. Again, that's a pretty substantial amount of buying pressure when Bitcoin is literally on the struggle bus. Okay? But keep in mind, the price has pulled back significantly too. From top to bottom, that's a 25% correction. So I'm not downplaying this at all. You probably got liquidated a few times if you're trying to take a long in the more recent 24 to 40 hour period. So again, I would recommend just being very careful with your leverage amount. People get stupidly crazy with it. It's frustrating. While I do like having new members coming over to my community so I can help them recover their portfolios with better trades moving forward and more responsible trades, it's ridiculous how ingrained people are with crypto, thinking that 20x leverage is just kind of a normal thing. That is not, folks. I would say grow up and make sure that you stop listening to these other idiots online that are probably telling you to go long and hard with high leverage because they're doing the same thing, but they're not sharing their trade results. They're sharing the good ones, just not the bad ones. Anyways, conversation for another day. Let's take a quick look here. Ichimoku Cloud, this is also confirming that if you have a short position open, you may want to consider closing your position. This does not imply you take a long position though, folks. I need to reiterate that. While we do have good confirming factors on some other time frames, the hourly is still letting us know we're still in the doghouse. Pun is intended that time. We want to be above X marks the spot here, this Ichimoku cloud, about $4.25 before we can comfortably take a long position. Even at that point, we may not have confirming factors. So don't just set an alert and be like, okay, 425, I'm in. You want to wait for other things too. So the thing about being a trader is you have to be like vigilant. You got to be constantly paying attention to things. Me personally, I analyze 20, 30, 40 coins in a day. I might find one or good opportunities. Okay. So while this one seems juicy, target is certainly not the best case scenario. Again, this is from a swing trader's perspective. The thing we can acknowledge, however, though, is we've broken through our more recent high and replaced it with a low. In other words, we can see this resistance level here. It was effectively a place in which the price action couldn't pass, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times and it broke through. Now it's reaffirmed it as a support and it bounced off that level. So from a smaller time frame perspective, just say from a day trader's perspective, this may seem like a viable option, and it probably is. However, when I make these trade analysis videos, I'm looking at larger picture, more designed to hold for longer periods of time. Okay, so please recognize that. Either way you look at it, things are looking good here in this coin, much better than most others. There's a solid chance we do have a further potential to increase than decrease at this point. We just really got to be patient and wait and see what Bitcoin does. Okay, but good news is we've broken this descending trend line. We've broke out of that resistance level, and the likelihood of further upside is quite high. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at there. I hope this made sense. I described this correctly. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and or comment below. Deeply appreciate that. If you do want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site, link down below. If you want to trade this coin and many other amazing coins, choose Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below. No KYC or VPN required. Great option for our US Canadian members. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.